Hi, I'm Don McCarty. I'm the Director of Postal, Passport, and Printing at East Tennessee State University. And before that, I spent 27 years in the Marine Corps doing mail services all around the world. And in both those jobs, I've learned that you've got to embrace technology, and there's a whole bunch of things to make your mail center better. So I've come up with the cycle of mail center life. It's 9 key areas that you need to work on. We historically are in an industry that really is consistent on doing manual labor to do everything. But it's no longer the case. You have to have almost a degree in technology because you have smart lockers, you have smart mailboxes, you have smart refrigerated lockers, you have point of sale retail systems, you have sophisticated cameras and printers for your print services and passport services. So you have to find a way to introduce all these smart solutions. With all these smart improvements, you're going to get quicker and faster. So you're going to need a way to keep everybody busy. And so let's generate some revenue. So we'll talk about all the different revenue streams that you can create that can increase your revenue to pay for this new equipment and pay for salary and pay for everything else that you need. It's very important that we reduce unnecessary cost and we organize our mail centers in what is a scientifically proven method that's more efficient to move mail. So we'll talk about those. You're going to do all these great things. You're going to open up all these services and provide all these services. But if your bosses don't know they exist, if your staff at your university doesn't know, your students don't know, and even extremely important is the public. Because with postal and passport services, you're open to the general public. Anybody can come and use your services. So you've got to find a way to make sure they know what you are capable of doing. With all this, you've got to really embrace the importance of customer service. We've got to make sure our personnel realize we want to keep every customer, we want to make them feel special, and that they're going to come back because of our customer service. If you don't get the right business partner who wants to work with you to make improvements, to make your operation better, it's a struggle. So you find the right business partners that can modify software, modify equipment, add services, that constantly make it better for your operation, because no two operations are the same. You measure everything for you can know if your change was effective. If you weren't measuring how long it took to do something, how do you know if it was worth it or it was better? You've got to have someone with the vision to guide this ship where it needs to go. That person has got to see the future. That person has got to embrace change. And then when it gets to management, you've got to empower people to manage. You don't want to be the one that has to do everything. This industry is always changing. USPS comes out with rate increases every 6 months now. FedEx and UPS, if you're using them, they're coming out with at least yearly changes. If you're in the print or the passport business, those changes are all the time, sometimes monthly. Equipment is getting better. So you have to get the education. You get that by going through associations, reading the right materials, looking at the right websites. And now that you've done that, you want to be able to get certifications. You want to be able to show to your people, your bosses, that I've got this certification that says I am an expert on this. Those are your 9 stages that we'll talk about in future videos.